And let's go in the living room and let's have this good murder mystery conversation.
Should I play Thriller for the intro?
We can.
The lights went out. Oh God. The lights went out while I'm recording.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What
are you saying to us, Lord? You told us not to do it. He told us not to do it. Let's go do it, though. All right, Blacks, we are back. And you know us. We love to watch some stuff. Be like, couldn't have been us if it was us, blah, blah, blah. And that's what we're finna get into today.
Mm-hmm.
So, Brian, I want to tell you the story of Wanda Holloway.
Okay.
Wanda Holloway. So, okay. Let's set the scene. You ready?
2,000 degrees.
Let's get it. Yeah, 2,000 degrees.
Might set the scene. You got to say 2,000.
You got to. All right. So, it's the early 90s in Channelview, Texas.
Okay. Ooh.
So, pom-poms, packed bleachers, and proud parents is filling up these games and the systems. And here in this small town, cheerleading ain't just no hobby. This ain't what the girls just go do, right?
Okay.
It is a way of life. So just what they think about Texas football, they do Texas cheerleading, right?
Okay.
And in certain arenas, right, when you got a star child, you got the momager parent, right?
All right.
The ones who push their kids a little too hard. But in Channelview, one mother would take things beyond what anyone could imagine, and she will orchestrate a plan that was so criminal.
Oh, gosh.
Right? And this is the story of Wanda Holloway, the Texas cheerleader mom, who will go to any length to make sure her daughter was the top cheerleader in Channelview, Texas. So, Wanda Webb Holloway was a woman with a clear mission. She wanted her daughter, Shauna, to be the best.
Black.
No, so Wanda's actually white.
Wanda and Shauna?
Wanda's white.
Wanda. And Shauna's white too?
And Shauna.
Okay. All right. I'm just trying to get the pieces together.
Okay. Wanda's white, Shauna's white. And you're gonna be because it's actually a flip. Let me just keep telling the story. Anyway,
okay, keep going.
Shauna, she wanted her to be the best student, the best athlete, and the best cheerleader. So to Wanda, there was no room for second place. She had watched Shauna work hard, pouring hours into practice, rehearsing routines, and perfecting her form. But no matter how much effort Shauna put, there was an obstacle that she couldn't overcome.
Okay.
And that obstacle was another girl named Amber Heath.
Oh, okay. I see where this might be going. Okay.
Okay. So Amber was Shauna's biggest competition. And to Wanda, Amber wasn't just another cheerleader. She was the enemy. Now, Brian, I want you to check this out before I get deeper into the story.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready to hear this part, though?
I'm ready.
Wanda Holloway was a white woman. Amber Heath was a black girl. That's why I said the name's low key flip, because Amber is the white, is the black.
Because I know some black Ambers, but
we know some black Ambers too, and I don't think she had the visual capacity to be a cheerleader. But that's neither here nor okay. You know which Amber I'm talking about? She couldn't see a flip.
Oh.
But
messy. Shout out to Chris, our producer. Bless you, sir. Whoa, that was messy.
She was the enemy. Amber was. So Amber's mama, Verna, had encouraged her. That's how you know.
Verna, strong black name.
That's how you know Amber mama was black. Anyway, Verna had encouraged her daughter's cheerleading dreams just as passionately as Wanda did. So you had two mamas. Miss Verna and Miss Wanda.
Oh, gosh.
But in Wanda's eyes, Verna was the reason Amber was always seemed to get ahead of Shauna. Verna had connections. Verna knew people. And she somehow always got in Wanda's way. So Wanda was the white woman, but would not utilize her white privilege.
Yeah.
But Wanda said, I ain't finna keep letting this happen. Right? So one day, as Shauna prepared for tryouts, Wanda's resentment toward Verna and Amber got to the top.
Oh, gosh.
Right? She was focused in on the idea that if Amber was no longer around, then Shauna would finally have a moment, because the only person who was better than Shauna was Amber.
Oh,
and what's so crazy about this is that cheerleading is a team sport.
It is.
So I'm like, it's opportunity for both of y'all to shine.
Yeah.
And go to the college and go to the things. What would you do as a parent, pause, if, Brooklyn does the gymnastics? Are you ever looking at somebody and be like, oh, that's the next Simone. Let me get Simone out the way. so Brooke can be number one. Like, is
not
that
a that's
okay.
like that's wild.
That's
like
wild. And I'm not
like,
even talking about killing because I know y'all wouldn't do that. But like,
yeah, but like
you know what I'm
hurting
saying?
somebody
Like, or
or
just trying to manipulate the
sabotaging or
system.
like no. Because then at that point, like you're like, I'm an achiever. Okay, we
Are you
believe
an
in
achiever in every field of a human endeavor?
everything. That's such a strong statement. But like I would like for my daughter to succeed at the expense of somebody else's failure is not success.
Cool. Yeah, it's not success at all. Because like even with Jaden's like a really good football player. But there's some other kids on his team who are exceptionally good. And Jaden also plays defense, which doesn't always lead, and he's a defensive end, which doesn't always lead to his name being called out the most. Like like one of his closest friends is a wide receiver, and that little boy, I tell you, that little boy got some hands. He can play. But it's nowhere in the world I'm gonna be training Jaden to be the next best wide receiver just to knock this kid off. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm encouraging Jaden to be the best defensive end. Figure out ways because his dream is to score a touchdown. I'm like, you could force a fumble and do like, and he almost did it one game, but he fell on it and they called it. And he was like right at the end. He was like 5 yards from the end zone, bro. It was so close. But anyway, I'm never going to be like sabotage your own teammate.
No.
So that you could, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, but that's what Shauna and Miss Verna was. So
it's funny how you calling Shauna and then Miss Verna. How you putting the respect on the black woman's name? I love how you doing that.
Because you know, but Verna feels like there's something about that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put a hook and a handle on it.
Got to.
Verna.
I just love
Wanda is a black name, but it's something about the fact that I know that she's white. Something about Verna just commands a different level of respect.
Miss Verna. Yeah, I get it,
and I recognize that bias.
No, I get it. I love it though.
And here's the thing: I don't even have Miss Verna in my notes. It's just the way it's coming.
That's what I'm saying. Telling the story. I feel like I knew that.
I'm telling the story. It's the way I'm telling the story. So anyway, all right.
And Verna probably 30. Miss Verna probably 30.
Verna at the time, because this was in 91. So Verna probably is 30. Okay. So Wanda couldn't bear the thought of Shauna missing out again. So after all the work they put in. So this little sneaky, nasty idea started to begin. See, the Bible says that an idle mind is the devil's workshop. And if you let that mind get idle on one particular thing, you give space for the enemy to work. And that's what happened with Wanda. Okay. So Wanda's plan was she was going to approach her ex-brother-in-law, Terry Harper, and told him her plan. She wanted Amber gone permanently. Crazy. You went to your ex-brother-in-law. So that means he the crazy one in the family. And even though it's not here, we don't know the detail. If he's crazy enough to do a murder hire, he likely was beating your sister. Or you know what I'm saying? I can't imagine a man willing to kill not being abusive. Yeah. And that's the person you decided?
Like, this is giving trailer park.
It is Channel View, Texas.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, let me do a little piece of research that I didn't do.
It's giving.
Because I'm going to see how close it is. Channel View, Texas is close to what?
It's definitely giving trailer park.
So nearby, so it's closest to Houston.
Okay.
South Houston, Baytown, Houston,
okay, I know
El Lago. Okay. It is 15 miles to Houston. Actually, it's like basically it's a suburb of Houston. 161 miles to Austin. So yeah, Houston, Texas.
Got it.
Nevertheless, okay. So she said she went to her brother-in-law Terry and said, "I want her gone permanently." And just to make sure there'd be no competition, she hinted that Miss Verna could go too. So not only did she want Amber out of here, she said, "Get her mama out of here too." Get her mama out of here too. So now let's think about this for a second. You're Terry Harper, Wanda's former brother-in-law. And this suburban mama look you in the eye and telling you that she wants you to put a hit out on a teenager and her mama. And from what I read about the story, it seemed like he was like low-key like, what are you talking about? Right? But Wanda was serious. Wanda didn't bat an eye. Wanda didn't, she didn't stutter. She wanted Amber to be up out of here 6 feet under. So at first, Terry was shocked. But when he realized like the weight of her request, instead of going along with the plan, Terry actually went to the police. Okay. So maybe we was wrong about Terry, but there's still something about him in my brain though. That's like what makes Wanda so comfortable.
Yeah.
To go to him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
What level of crimes has he committed in the past?
Yeah.
Like,
what does she know?
He went to the right. What she know? Because even though he went to the police, that's the right thing to do. But something about you, bro, said, "Let me go to this man and let him do it." Okay,
right.
So anyway, he went to the police, and together, Terry and the police devised a plan to catch Wanda in the act. Because I guess she said, "If you ain't gonna do it, I'm gonna do it." So they set up a meeting between Wanda and Terry, and with a hidden microphone, and then so they got Wanda's plan all on tape. She made her intentions clear. She said what she wanted, and the exact words was, "Amber Heath needs to be taken care of."
Okay,
right? Those are her exact words. Okay, so now it's early 1991. Wanda was arrested, and the news spread like wildfire. Right?
Okay.
Here's the suburban mama who had allegedly hired a hitman to eliminate her daughter's cheerleading competition, and people were stunned. Not just in Channel but it went all over the country. It was allegedly the unthinkable, like how far would a mother go? Blah, 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 right? And the trial was actually a media spectacle. Wanda quickly became infamous with reporters, dubbing her the Texas cheerleader mom. But despite the clear evidence, Wanda pled not guilty. And her defense argued that she was simply venting her frustrations and that she never actually meant for anything to happen to Amber. Right? So the trial went on, and Wanda's defense put up a hard fight, but the prosecution had recorded the conversation, proof her intent to go with her plan. And however, bro, it was a mistrial in the beginning.
Okay.
And it went back and forth in the court system. Wanda finally took a plea deal. She was sentenced to 10 years, but ultimately only served 6 months in prison, followed by probation.
Okay.
6 months for a murder for hire plot that could have ended in tragedy. Now, the blessing is that Miss Amber didn't get murdered.
Okay.
So it's not a straight up murder.
Okay.
See how we kept it light for y'all?
Yeah.
We didn't, wasn't no.
Yeah.
we didn't do that. She was a crazy white woman.
Oh,
right?
So she ain't okay.
She didn't actually do it.
Okay.
It was like Terry actually saved the day.
Okay.
Terry actually saved the day. Right.
He saved the day.
Now, the story of Wanda Holloway has become a cultural legend, right? There have been movies about it, countless things about parental pressure and ambitions. And the way I want to wrap up this conversation or wrap up this part.
So no one died?
No one died.
Oh.
See? No one actually died. It was just what the possibility of a thing.
Jesus, I thought I was
ready.
I was trying to figure out how that would happen.
Nobody actually died. Terry became the snitch and got up out of there. But I think for me, Brian, it is I was so taken aback by the story that a mom would go this for a cheerleader,
yeah, in
a team sport, for you to do this. The question I have for you, outside of what I've already asked, like, what would have been two questions? What would have been your response if you were Terry, and if you was Miss Verna's husband and found all this out? That somebody was trying to kill your daughter and your wife.
Ryan Allen Haire, y'all know how I am.
Brian Allen Haire almost was snapping on the hospital attendant.
Yeah. If I would have found out somebody tried to kill my family, like, we'd have some situations. We have some problems. We have a conversation.
Yeah,
we'll just keep it at that. We'll have a conversation.
Okay, you keep it at that. Now, what would you have done if you were Terry? Somebody came to you and be like, "Hey, Brian, I heard your stories on the podcast. I need this person taken out."
Oh yeah. The crazy thing is, like, I don't know if I would like go to the police, but I would be like, "Nah, bro, that's on you." You know what I'm saying? You do your thing. But then again, too, like that person might be crazy because then they might be like, "Oh, so now Brian knows." So then I need to take Brian out. So it might have been smart for Terry. It might have been smart for Terry to go to the police. So in that case, you might have to snitch. Like, you might be like, you know what? Hey man, she's trying to do X, Y, Z. Save somebody's life. Also protect your life as well, because she might have been like, if I'd be like, nah, I'm not doing it, then she might be like, all right, well, I can't trust him no more. So I had to hire somebody else to not only take out that person, but also take out me. So yeah, we're in a different lifestyle now. So I think we're at an age where we can call the police. We're at a certain place. We're homeowners. You know what I'm saying? We are law-abiding citizens. So we're not in the street. We're not in the life. So we can call the police and snitch on people.
You know what? I'm actually in 100% agreement with you with stuff like that. I feel like if I was Terry, I probably would have not went to the police immediately like he did.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't have taken me long. Next day.
Yeah.
Next day.
Yeah.
Next day.
To me, that's wild. Like, you want to take out a child.
You want to kill a child in 91
over, not even like on some. Y'all was
bullying my daughter. Like,
yeah,
she's a better cheerleader than my daughter.
Better cheerleader, and it's not like y'all on the darn. Are they like national cheerleading champions? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't like even on some. I can see star basketball player. I can see your son is the backup football player, and he the quarterback that has the talent. I can see, nigga, even if it's bowling, like the bowling. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess there's tennis, almost any sport you can think of other than cheer, where like it's a team sport. They can do flips and stuff like that. It's not like a solo thing. It's not that. It's like it doesn't, to me, don't make any sense. I'm assuming that the mom and the daughter are probably ugly. So, it was more like a looks kind of thing. Because like I don't see it. And also I feel like they probably was poor. Like I feel like it's like Trailer Park. Like Trailer Park, poor, ugly. So like that's all they had. Like there wasn't gonna be a situation where like they going to college, they about to, this is in Clearview, whatever it is, that's all they had to offer. With that cheer squads. And then probably the mom probably wanted to be a cheerleader back in the day and wanted to be the star cheerleader and was trying to live through her child and it didn't work out. That's my guess. That's my guess. Well, white mess. I know you love white mess.
I love white mess. And that's part of the reason why I got into it, because it was white mess. See, here's the thing. So Shauna finally spoke out. So this happened when she was in the 8th grade trying to make, and this is what it was. She was trying to make the spot for the cheerleading squad at Channelview High School.
So they wasn't even like in like.
They was in the 8th grade trying to make a high school cheerleading squad.
You trying to kill an 8th grader?
An 8th grader, bro.
You're wild. You are wild.
An 8th grader, bro. Shauna has recently said that she does not speak to her mother. They don't really talk. They don't have a relationship at all. And she was like, even when it happened, it was one of those things with white people too, where they didn't talk about. It was like it never happened. It was like one that they just didn't talk about, and although her mama is out here now, they don't talk about it at all.
Just that's the thing. Like, what do you do if you you were the potential victim of the murder, and you like at the Piggly Wiggly, and you see her on aisle 3? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like on site. Like, what I'm saying? Like, to me, I feel like that's a If you was gonna try to kill me, and I see you like at the store, like just Matt. Like, I feel like you need to run up on them and like and get it off. That's crazy.
Yep. So she wanted to kill the daughter. She wanted to kill the mama because she also thought if they didn't kill the daughter, killing the mama would make the daughter so depressed she would stop cheerleading. So it was like can't take the daughter out. Let's get the mama. So it was a two for thing. And one correction, real quick. I had to look at my notes. The former brother-in-law was her ex-husband's brother.
Oh,
but still, that doesn't change the fact that something about Terry made you want to confide in him.
Maybe they had a thing going on.
Maybe. And maybe she's been crazy all the time because she was divorced at the time of this. Because maybe that man saw something in him. I don't know. But y'all be careful out there because I'm the loud parent at football games. And I don't know nobody trying to come take me out. Because my son sacked they white quarterbacks.
Listen, and your son is a star.
To happen. My son be sacking them. My son be giving them quarterbacks the business, and I don't need nobody putting no hits out on me and Jaden because he might take their spot in a middle school team.
Right. Are they playing at home this week? How many games do they have left in the season?
So the regular season is over. They're 6-0.
Oh, I ain't in the regular season. I gave them all.
So they're in the postseason. So because they are number 1 in their division, they get the bye week.
Okay.
And the 2 worst teams are playing for a playoff spot, and they'll play the winner of that game.
The following week.
The following.
What's the date
week.
on? Dang,
The
convocation, I think.
The ninth.
Convocation.
And
they're gonna probably win that game. So
they're gonna win the game, and then because they whoop both of those teams like 40-something to nothing.
Okay.
That they're playing, and then when they win that game, they'll play the Super Bowl on the Saturday before Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Yes,
I'll be in town. So I need to go to the game. He's been playing like 3 years by this point.
3 years. Come to the Super Bowl.
I ain't been in not one game.
Come to the Super Bowl.
Terrible.
It's gonna be a big game.
Terrible uncle.
It's gonna be a big game. So we'll all be there. So any other thoughts? Any things you want to say? How did you enjoy our initial?
I enjoyed it. I thought it was suspenseful because I was just waiting for like the
You was waiting for that hammer to hit.
Yeah, I was waiting for the who, what, where, when, why.
Can I give you a real reason why I found this? I said because we recording this at night, and what I won't have on my spirit is murder before I go to bed. I got a 4 a.m. flight. I'm going out of town, and I'm not gonna have murder on my brain. Because like even when I watched the Menendez documentary, bro, I had to watch that thing with a few hours.
Oh yeah,
so that I could purify my soul.
Yeah,
that thing was dark.
Yeah, man, and they were showing like the gunshots, like in the.
You saw them folk head fall off the skin.
Yeah, like that is.
I need to finish the Netflix documentary. I watched the
miniseries,
the series. Now I need to watch the documentary where they were telling the story.
Yeah, that one. I did research on it, and I didn't know that. Because the weird thing is, like, I didn't know there were 2 trials. Because I remember the second trial, like in the early 90s.
I don't remember either. Because 89, I was just born.
Yeah, and I don't remember 89.
And the second trial, the reason why I feel like I don't remember, I was super young, but I also feel like, as you saw, it got crowded by OJ.
Yeah.
So nobody was paying attention to them like that anymore.
Yeah, I remember because I'm in California, so I remember.
Yeah, you were. So
I remember that, and then I remember the OJ joke. I remember like literally watching OJ. Well, car chases are a big thing in California, but I remember the OJ car chase. I remember watching. I remember the whole all that thing. I remember Rodney King. I remember all that stuff. Like it was a crazy time in California, in the early 90s.
Yeah, I was going through it out there.
through, and then high profile cases were a thing. So it's just crazy. Like 2 rich kids murdering their parents.
And I don't want to ever question victims, but I wonder if the stories of sexual abuse were, because you remember they got caught allegedly lying. So I wonder, was there any truth to the sexual abuse claims? You know what I'm saying?
It's tough because it's like dead men tell no tales. You know what I'm saying? So it's like.
And it's like, for you to kill your parents, you had to have been suffering something, right? Like,
but also, so it's weird because the situation was like, it could be 2 things. It could be like the idea of like, I just want to live my life and be rich and inheritance. You know what I'm saying?
Like, may have been hard on them, and
like, or my life wasn't ever gonna be anything, and my dad was gonna cut me off. You know, it could be one of those things. Like
they did show that the dad said I was gonna cut him off when they stole from somebody else's house.
Yeah, and I'm a trust fund baby, so I can kill somebody. I can kill them and then say like somebody did it, and we can get away with it. If we can get away with it, then we good. You know what I'm saying? Because it's mom and dad are both gone, so that means we can kind of. Yeah. But at that point, like I don't know, man. Like that's a tough situation.
I will say, before they got in jail and started running their mouth to other people, I felt a lot of empathy for them when they were telling their story to the attorneys.
Yeah.
But then when it started showing, like they was asking people to say my dad did this, say my dad did that, I was like, it was just I don't know. I always want to be on the side of victims, but that kind of stuff right there always makes me be like, because as much as my parents have made me upset, I don't know that there's a world where I'd rather just cut them off.
Yeah.
Eternally before I even think about what it means to murder them.
Yeah. Like
you know what I'm saying?
I don't dislike I don't there are people in this world that have done like some terrible things to me.
Yeah.
And I've felt like, but to the point of like you going to the store or whatever, getting guns, getting ammunition,
pulling up on their house, and
that's a process. Like I can see in the moment, like you already got the joint on you, and something happens.
Because they never denied doing it. It was the reason why they did it. That's always been in question. So everything. So I really believe everything that led up to it: the getting the guns, the getting the ammunition, sneaking in the house, doing all the things. But it was the why.
Yeah, because to me, like it's different between like we in the house arguing. I go up to the stairs real quick,
the moment, right?
and they come back and
y'all playing this thing.
It was a plan. It was a plan.
Yeah.
You know,